One. Welcome everyone to the Delaware Disc Golf Challenge. We're out in Newark, Delaware at Iron Hill Disc Golf Course, giving you some feature card action in the FPO division. I'm Sarah Holcomb here with Holly Finley to call the action.
Thank you so much for tuning in today. Okay, starting us off here on hole 1, coming in at 540 feet. They have done a bit of a redesign to the course this year, so the ladies are teeing from a couple of new tee pads as well as some new pin positions. So you want to pump your drive, try to land straight, or hopefully sneak a little bit around the corner. Then you've got a tricky upshot. They've actually lined the left side with OB, and they've built up the green a bit. So see if you can get an upshot into the green and snag yourself a birdie 3.
Got a star-studded group here today.
Absolutely. Starting us off is Panis on Team Innova.
She's going PD on a slight hyzer with her sidearm.
And that looks like a pretty good way to start.
Yeah, right in the middle. Pinched a little bit on that left side, so it makes that approach shot more backhand friendly versus a sidearm in.
And I am throwing an OG Mako off the tee. I'm not looking for distance. I'm just looking to land it in the middle.
Another good shot right in the middle.
Ellen Widboom here with Team Innova.
She's going with that sidearm look. It seems like it's the more natural throw, but certainly has its challenges because it can fade into that right side, leaving you blocked on the approach.
It's going to be a tricky upshot for Ellen. And here, rounding out the card, we have Stacy Ronsley, also on Team Innova, a former Ultimate player. Man, she has a killer sidearm. Check that out.
Wow, all the way up there, closest to the pin, and that was a wraith.
And in case you didn't notice, this is an all-Team Innova feature card.
Ooh, fancy.
So I'm throwing a Roadrunner into the green.
Ooh, wow, look at that.
Some decent shot shaping on that one.
Perfect. Kona going with the sidearm, again with the PD. So she's got to push every edge of that fairway to get that to sit by the basket. Pushed it a little left.
Where's Ellen?
I don't know. Where is it? Oh, there she is. Ellen hits a tree on her way out, but is nice and lined up to the basket for an easy approach. Stacy going with a pig.
Clipping that last tree. She'll have a long putt at it. Ellen popping her Nova up there.
Ooh, leaves it a little fluffy.
That'll be another long putt here on the first
A
hole.
little intimidating on this first hole also. It's not too elevated, but it certainly has a little bit of extra elevation on the back side of the green that makes that comebacker a little bit more challenging.
Stacy from about 45. And she sort of trickles down there behind the basket a bit, so she'll have a bit of a long comeback.
It kind of looked like a pretty safe run to me, but it did seem to trickle off that backside. Ellen for par, and Stacy to save her par. Oh. Ooh, and the park job by Holly.
Going for a birdie putt here. Yeah, it always feels good to get a birdie on the first hole. Kona will be putting for her par. Solid putt to start off the round. And Stacy and Ellen tap in.
Holly with the only birdie on this one.
There were only 2 birdies for the day in the FPO division.
Yeah, Margaret Sassaman was the other birdie in the field with that was the 4th hardest hole on the course. I think maybe some first hole jitters might have come into play there. I think that hole plays a little easier than 4th hardest.
Happens to the best of us. Here we are at hole 2, 330 feet. This is another tight alley. I feel like I could say that about almost every hole on the course. But you want to pump a drive as far as you can. See if you can get down there for a birdie. Personally, I am trying to birdie this hole. It can be difficult to reach, but there are a lot of wide gaps that you can get to the basket through.
Holly up first with that birdie on the last hole. What are you throwing here?
I got a boss.
Like a boss. Pierce the fairway.
Oh, I know. I thought it was clean, and then it wasn't.
Gosh, that's not good. That's not going to be the first time that happens. Kona, a little early release on her T-bird.
Yeah, that was a little low, but she did kick back towards the middle.
I was wondering what Ellen is going to throw here. She's forehand dominant, but she has a really good backhand too.
I believe Ellen's throwing a sidewinder.
Okay, that makes sense.
And she lands around where Kona did.
Stacy's going TL3. Puts a little extra juice. You could see that at the very end of her stroke. She's trying to pump that one.
Yeah, Stacy's got elite level distance. She can pump one over 4, so she's got a lot of power.
And crushes it back behind the basket for her par look. Kona with a glow MD3, excuse me. Puts it
smooth.
Nice and close. Ellen going back to the Nova. She likes that one for approach shots and long putts, I believe.
As she should. She is really good with it. I heard Stacy say so many times yesterday, I don't know how you do that with a Nova, Ellen. And I've got about a 60-footer for bird. Had a nice alley, but not quite enough on it.
That was close. Nice. It was nice. It sat really close to the basket, though.
Stacy for par.
There it is.
Solid putt.
28-footer in the basket. Kona lining up a relatively short par putt. Solid stroke.
And a par putt for me.
Ellen also looking at that par putt. So a bunch of pars. Sarah Sinclair and Alex Benson did get this one on the day, playing as the 14th easiest hole, or 13th most difficult hole, excuse me. So one of the easier ones out there. One of the few par 3s. There's actually only 6 par 3s on this course, and the rest are par 4s and par 5s on this very challenging par 70 wooded course.
Oh, that's why I love Iron Hill. And welcome to hole 3, 650 feet. Again, this is a new pin position for the ladies. So you want to pump your drive and land somewhere around here. If you've got a roller or a little bit more distance, you might even get around the corner a bit. Then you've got a long, narrow upshot on a sloped green. There is a ditch down behind the basket. Your disc might trickle down there, but luckily it gives you about a 25-foot putt uphill. I do like this tee shot where you can really unleash off the tee and then get a little bit more accurate on the upshot. So yeah. I'm throwing a boss and just hoping for as much distance as possible. Try to make my second shot as easy as it can be.
Nice. That's right in the middle. Good position. Kona going T-bird. Also puts it out there in the short grass. The mistake really here is just being on the right side. If you get onto that right side and so you can see Ellen not throwing the sidearm, throwing the backhand to get that fade left.
Yeah, and that'll be in a decent position.
Stacy, however, probably has the distance to get past all of the rough on the right side. so she can actually throw more of a hyzer line. But nope.
That flare skip was not what we're looking for. But she's creative. She'll have something to work with from there.
I'm really interested to see what everyone chooses, because we've got Stacy, who's pretty neutral, and Kona, who's mostly backhand but has a great sidearm, as we're going to see here. And then Ellen, who's got a great sidearm and a decent backhand. And then Holly, who's purely backhand.
Right. I've only got a sidearm chip, about 250, and I certainly won't be using it on this hole.
So Kona getting caught up on that left side. Ellen with a flex.
Little bit too hard on the angle, a slight cut roll, but you know what? That's decent for a par.
Yeah, I think if she'd given it a little bit more height, it would have flexed out.
Where is that going? Come on back now. That turned over a bit more than Stacy wanted.
Yeah, that was her Atlas, so probably just throws whatever angle you put it on. Ooh, I like this shot.
And I threw an old Mako, and it did fade a little more right than intended, but I'm about 40 from the basket.
That's extra challenging for the backhand, because you have no space on the right side, and you have a ditch drop off on the left side.
Yeah, often I just choose the bell out and trickle down to the ditch and take an uphill putt.
Ooh, I like that strategy. Ellen pitching up to the pin, hoping it sits.
I like it.
Yeah.
Kona's got a nice touch up shot here into the green. She lands close.
That's her AVR X3. She throws that a lot for approaches. Stacy with a long bid. Looks like she laid it up.
Yeah, I feel like that was a layup going for the right side. And me, I'm also just going for a safe layup.
Nice angle control.
And you can see with that ditch behind, this isn't really something you want to mess around with unless you're feeling super ultra confident here at the beginning of the round.
But also from Kona's position, she can't lay this up.
Why would you?
Right.
You wouldn't lay up if you're in the pro division from that close.
But it also adds an extra bit of pressure when you have that ditch behind you.
Absolutely. And you can see how close I am to the basket. It's just about 17 feet, but the angle on the footing was really treacherous, and my feet kept sliding, so that's part of the challenge here at Iron Hill. The terrain is difficult, and it's just part of the Iron Hill challenge. That's what I love about it. Unfortunate double bogey for Stacy Ronsley.
Ellen saves the par. And Kona with the bogey. Jessica Weiss and Heather Young got this birdie on the day. Heather a lefty, so that approach shot was much more comfortable, and Jessica, of course, with a sidearm.
When I walk up to the tee, I have these game plans. I think I'm gonna land in these same areas every single time, but you never know. Having the Bushnell rangefinder, no matter where I land, gives me that extra level of confidence.
I started playing disc golf with my family when I was 8 years old. When I was 16, I got my first job as a cook at a bowling alley, and that's when I made my first batch of beef jerky. As I got better at throwing, I also got better at making beef jerky. Everyone told me they loved my jerky. After 15 years of making my beef jerky as a hobby, I decided to make it available to everyone. Double G Craft Jerky. Give it a try. You're gonna love it.
Okay, welcome back. Here we are at hole 4, 675 feet. Oh, I love this hole. So you can pump a massive drive off the tee, and where you want to land is really according to what type of upshot you want to have. Landing on the left will give you a hyzer into the green, the middle a straight route, and then if you land on the right side, that can be a little tricky. I prefer to land on the left and have a hyzer into the green. It is capable, the FPO division is capable of getting a 3 here, so I'm trying to get one myself. What about you, Sarah?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely birdieable. However, that second shot, you got to pump something out there far enough, but that second shot is where all the meat is.
Absolutely. And I was throwing a boss off the tee, and it's a little bit of wind and turned it over too much, and it looks like kind of the same happened to Ellen. The angle was a little too sharp out of the hand.
I also feel like this is one of 2 open tee shots. We just played hole 3, which was an open tee shot, and I feel like that it's easy to just overpower this shot when you're used to throwing touchy shots in the woods. So it's kind of, I think that's what happened with Ellen.
And Kona smushes a great drive way out there. She's in the prime position.
Stacy going with a wraith. Looks a little low, but it's still getting plenty of distance. Also, there's so much subtle elevation on this course. This tee shot is actually a little bit uphill.
And you might have seen some OB there on the right side, but that doesn't apply to the FPO division during this tournament.
Yeah, our only OB is the road.
So Ellen going with this forehand roller, trying to sneak it in through the trees.
Oh my gosh.
Look at it go.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's a great shot.
Well, there's a lot of pencil trees over there to navigate through, but she is way up there. Should be at least an easy par. You're a little pinched on this tree, huh?
Yeah, that tree is really killing my vibe. I'm just trying to mash something out there, and I got that unfortunate flare skip back into the edge of the forest, so that'll make for a tricky upshot.
Stacy with an Atlas, looking to throw it really straight.
Get through there.
Sometimes once you get through that initial gap, there's a couple behind it that catch you.
Kona smashing one of my favorite discs, the Innova Lion.
How does it fly?
It's kind of a neutral mid with a bead on it. I love it. That's what I use when I'm not using a Mako.
Oh, so many trees right there. Stacy throwing a touchy sidearm. Oh, this is so ultimate. That's great. Right up there. Pin high. Easy putt.
At this point, I'm just trying to get to the green for a safe drop in. Just tossing a stud up there.
Very nice. Little roll around the pin. And Ellen on her third shot. Beautiful.
Love it.
Kona with a birdie look. Looks like she's edge of the circle. Get in there.
Nice height on that.
Wow.
Great birdie putt. I love it when the players walk up and their ponytails swinging. Solid putt from Stacy Ronsley.
Cashing in the par. And the bogey. We do play this hole as the same pin as the men, and I always kind of feel like on those situations, a bogey isn't the worst thing that could happen, because it's gonna be a more difficult hole for the women at that point. But we only share a few tee pads,
Yeah.
so this is one of them.
Dropping in that alpaca for a bird. Here we go into the shadows on hole 5. 690 feet. I love this hole. It's got a very touchy drive. You want to land in the middle, so you might sacrifice some distance off the tee just to get yourself in a good position. Then on the second shot, depending on where you are, you can either mash one as far as you can, or it might be another positioning shot. The third shot's going to be up here somewhere near the green, hopefully. Maybe you could drop in for a birdie 4. But for me, a 5 feels really good on this hole.
Agreed. It does play uphill the whole way, so there's also that kind of extra challenge that is kind of subtle, and you may not really even notice you're throwing uphill.
I love that positioning from Kona, landing right in the middle with, what was that, a leopard?
Leopard 3, yep. Ellen also going backhand, but she wants that to be more in the middle, and the
Oh.
tree gives her a little love.
Thank you, Iron Hill. Stacy puts a lot of torque on that one.
That's a TL3, also fades a little left.
I've got a Tour Series Roadrunner here. Was looking for a bit more flattening out, and I'll also trickle over on the left side.
Ellen with the perfect shape for a sidearm throw, but she turns it over, gets a kick to the right side. She'll be scrambling.
And from this angle, it looks open on camera, but honestly, it isn't. I'm just trying to chip to the middle again, and that way I can really unleash on the third shot. Kona in prime position to just do a full send right here from her lie.
Ooh.
And that she does. It's going.
Leopard 3 again.
Love it.
Lacing the fairway. And that's way up there. She's maybe 100 feet out now.
Yeah. As you can see, same for Stacy. She was not in optimal position, so she just opts for the chip out, and hopefully she can mash one up to the green on the next shot.
Ellen trying to get it into the middle, and she does.
Ellen is one of the best scramblers on tour.
Definitely. She has so many tools.
Since I did land in the middle, now it's time to pump it out there, so I threw a boss up just as far as I could. That's a little low, but
Yeah.
it's in a good position.
She's looking for that left gap, but again, up that hill, it's so easy to miss early. So Kona from pretty close, throwing an approach.
Another appearance with the lion, landing in a great position. And if you're not sold on the lion by now, I don't know what's going on with you.
Ellen with her Atlas.
Nova.
Oh, Nova, excuse me.
Look at it. Look at the shot shaping
Wow.
on that. I just love it so much.
Perfect height. And just pitching up.
And Stacy does the same. Kona for bird. Nice.
Yes, she goes 2 in a row on 2 of the more difficult holes on the course.
Nice par save from Ellen. As well as Stacy. And I'll tap in for a par 2.
Wow, this hole was really well played by you guys. Thankfully, the par 5 gives you the opportunity to pitch out off an errant shot.
I feel like you get one extra.
Kona, full extension. Drills the birdie. One of few birdies on the day. Sarah Sinclair and Margaret Sassman also got that one.
Very cool. Here we go, hole 6, 530 feet. This is a tricky one. So you want to take a drive. You can go left or right, depending on what style of player you are. Hopefully you land somewhere past this tree here or close to this double V tree you see on the screen. Now the second shot is where it can get tricky. You might have to do some shot shaping to try to get into the green. Otherwise, just get up to the open space here, pitch it up, and take a par. Depending on my positioning, I might just play it for par, but obviously I'm trying to get a birdie here.
Kona lining up a T-bird, taking that right gap.
That looks like a decent position.
I like it. I keep wondering what Ellen's going to do here. Oh, she throws the backhand. I guess I'm playing it wrong. Dang it.
That is a really good shot from Ellen Widboom.
Yeah, the farther right you are, the better that opening looks. And Stacy taking the sucker gap like I am.
Sucker gap.
It used to not be so open over there, but I think some trees have come down and they've opened it up a little bit, so it's a little bit more of a gap that is reasonable to hit.
Didn't quite put enough juice on that one to make the corner.
So Stacy with the early hit, looking to throw a flex.
Oh, a little too hard on the cut. Just shot down towards the ground and she trickled back into the woods.
Just trying to hit that gap. Yeah, I guess you're kind of out of position off that tee shot, but you're still up there.
Yeah, I'm in good par land at this point.
Ellen trying to hit that far gap on the right side fades or turns into those pencil trees. Jail. There's gaps, but they're only like 2 feet wide.
Yeah, just a couple discs width.
Kona throwing another great shot.
It's incredible shot shaping from her position, especially being a standstill.
She's looking at maybe going 3 in a row right now. Stacy recovering pretty well out into the middle of the green area. It'll be a long look.
Now I've got an anhyzer into the green. Just trying to float a mirage up there.
Okay. It's a pretty short putt. Those rocks are kind of at like 25 feet.
Yeah.
So you have to get over them. You can't just skip up to the green. Stacy with her pig, pitching it up. And Kona, this is her birdie look, so she's not really trying to make this putt, but puts it nice and close for the par. And this is Ellen's par putt. Slightly uphill.
Oh, a little too left. My par putt.
Excellent. And this will be Stacy's bogey putt. Oh, that is not how you want to finish a hole that you've struggled on already. But
Bit of a long comeback.
Yeah, let's see if she can clean this up. There it is.
Good comeback putt.
So she will have to let that go and move on forward, do the best she can. I've enjoyed watching her play, though. I haven't really seen her play much.
Yeah, she's got a lot of power.
Yeah, ultimate background from her.
Yep.
And Kona tapping in the par, as will Ellen. Oh, no, Ellen will get the bogey because she missed that putt.
Little bag tap.
Oh, look at that movement on your hand. You're like, zip and finish.
Slamming an Innova stud into the chains.
Passion is more than fiery emotion. It feeds the spark to start your day. It fuels your obsessions. It inspires your dreams. Passion challenges your fears, and it repeatedly bathes you in sweat until you are transformed into a new, better you. Disc golf isn't just your passion, it's ours too.
You've seen them in the hands of professionals, helping them compete at the highest level. Whale Sacks is a female-owned small business, handmade in the USA. We are dedicated to outstanding grip for all disc golfers.
Welcome back, hole 7, 370 feet. There aren't a lot of holes that are twoable out here, and this is one of them. It is downhill, so even though it's 370, you get a little bit of extra glide being that it's downhill. It's tricky to get to, though. Don't let it fool you. A lot of people haven't quite figured out how to get there yet. Oftentimes, you think you have a good drive, and then you land in this pile of rocks on the left. But if you can sneak one down there, it's a great birdie to get.
Really nice open green as well. But also, you're throwing it so high up in the air a lot of times. Like when you get a kick, you kick far.
Exactly.
Kona going with a Mako 3. Little extra turn. Hopefully she's open over there. Oh, it got all the way down there somewhere.
Yeah, that was a great shot.
Wow. Wow.
It must have snuck that right gap all the way there.
Yeah, there is that gap you could hit. I don't know if she's trying to go there.
I don't know either. And I'm following suit with an OG Mako. And the position of the tee, you can't really see where the disc finishes. So you walk down there and then surprise.
Ellen with the sidearm route turns it over a little bit. And Stacy going T-bird 3 also turns it a bit. An easy mistake to make down the hill. So she's recovering with her pig. And ends up in that rock formation short of the pin, more about 60, 80 feet. Ellen with a Hail Mary backhand that parks the basket.
I said it earlier.
What?
Ellen is one of the best scramblers in our division.
Oh my gosh.
She's just pulling this magic out of her disc golf hat.
Well, she's proving it. Stacy leaving herself a long comebacker for par.
And oh, look, I'm in the rock pile. And you know, the old Holly Finley would say, "Whew, sweet, I'm going for it." But the new 2021 me says, you know what? We're just going to throw it at the ground and take a safe par.
Oh man, I like it.
Kona for bird.
Wow, I can't believe that shot got all the way down there.
So close, so close.
This is a good run though.
It's so hard
Good
to get
speed.
to the green. Just getting to the green feels like a reward on its own.
Stacy to clean up the par. Yes.
That's a really good comeback putt.
Yeah, and she just missed a putt on the last hole for bogey.
Yep.
And so that's great redemption to make a putt like that.
Yeah, build up the confidence a bit. Kona here tapping in for her par.
Excellent. She's got a really clean scorecard. And the Power Puff Pony in full effect here for this short putt.
Yes.
Ninjas it in there.
Power Puffs engage. Ellen takes a bit of a stumble on the way to tap in her incredible scramble save.
Yeah, Stacy getting full power.
If you've never played the Iron Hill Disc Golf Course, I recommend it and make your way up to the northeast and check out this gym. It is a must-play course on your disc golf bucket list. Hole 8, par 5 in the woods. Gotta love it. First shot is all about positioning. You want to land somewhere. Hopefully you can crest the hill if you're lucky, but short of it's just fine too. The second shot is also about positioning. You want to land somewhere around here. Maybe you creep over the edge a bit, again, if you're lucky or extremely skilled. The third shot, I feel like I just keep saying the same thing. Another tricky shot into the green. This course requires a lot of shot shaping, so you have to pull all the tricks out of your bag in order to get birdies and sometimes even pars here.
Kona going leopard 3. Ooh, looks a little inside.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh, it's a little too right.
Oh, no.
It started out good.
I thought that kick was going to help her, but I think it hurt her.
And I've got my Tour Series Glow Mako 3, just popping that into a prime position so I can set up for the second shot.
Ellen looking for big distance on the flex.
I like the height on it.
Yeah, you kind of have to throw this higher than you want to throw it. Just simply because of that uphill and you need that extra glide.
Go, 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 go.
Also throwing the sidearm.
Bit of a leaf trickle.
Yeah, a little pinch. I think she released that a little bit too far right.
And because of the rocky terrain, which you can clearly see here, a run-up really isn't an option. So just going for a standstill roadrunner, hoping for a good position.
Yeah, this one is one of the rockiest fairways.
Yeah, I don't know how people pull a cart up and down this hill, Sarah Hokum.
I zigzag into the
I
flat
like it.
areas.
Sort of a snowboard
Yeah.
ski method.
Totally.
Where is this thing going?
Oh, no.
Come on now.
Stop. Stop. Pew, 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 pew. Okay.
Yeah, I had to pick up my bag and run away just in case. And if you don't know that at home, if your competitor's disc is rolling away and it hits your bag, it's actually your fault. You're supposed to get out of the way. And if it hits their own bag, it's actually a stroke. So pay attention. And Ellen tries to chip one around the corner but doesn't quite make it.
Kona pinched on the right, looking to get a big turn. And that looks pretty good.
Yeah, that worked
There's
out
an
okay.
alley there on the left side.
Stacy smushing one out there.
That is her Atlas. Ooh, with a putt.
Yeah, that's shaping up nice. And I have landed in a perfect position, which gave me an unbelievable run-up, which you don't really get on this hole. And a bit of a misfire. But I'm still in par land, so that's okay.
Ellen with a recovery shot to the, looking to get all the way to the pin. Needs that to turn a little more. She'll be putting from that right side. Well, probably throwing a little approach. Looks like a really tricky putt over there. Kona doing some course management.
And you are allowed to move unconnected branches that are on your lie, which is what Kona was doing there.
So there is this nice alley on the left side if you get over there on your third shot.
Oh, that looks tasty.
And she parks it.
Right up to the pyramid.
I love how much difficulty this course has at the greens specifically. Not only are they difficult tee shots, but you don't just get to relax once you get down the fairway.
No, not at all. You don't get to relax anywhere on this course. And I'm just going for a safe jump putt at the base of the pyramid.
And Ellen is just a little bit rough over there. But she looks like she might have an alley. I don't know if I would be going for this putt, but we'll see if she does.
Well, Ellen is.
Oh, yes, she is. Wow, that was a nice shape. And close to the basket.
Yeah, I feel like with the way she pumps that Nova up in the air and lets it stall, and it's got that rubbery rim, it's not going to get a lot of trickle away or roll aways. So, And look how close I am. It looks really simple, but once it's in front of your face, it's actually kind of intimidating.
Yeah, sometimes on this kind of a hole, the closer you are to the basket, it actually doesn't really help because it just makes that angle so much more extreme uphill.
Yeah, I was questioning myself, like, should I be dunking this? Should I turbo this? You know, like, I'm so tall, it's just an awkward basket altogether, but we got some good scores and one bogey from Kona.
Yeah, I was on the second level in my round, and I was thinking, oh, I'm going to turbo putt this one in. And then I got up there, and I was like, oh, it's just a normal putt.
All right, hole 9, 555 feet. Look how tight this corridor is. What you want to do is shoot your way through this tunnel and land here on this open path. That way you can give yourself a nice clean shot into the green. You've got a left route or a right route. It is slightly downhill, so you don't quite need as much disc as you might think you do. I can usually pump a mid and get down there for a putt. So let's see if these ladies can get away with a birdie 3 here. And I chose a flippy Roadrunner off the tee, which was not a wise choice. I'm not going to be doing that today. Turned over a bit too much.
Ellen choosing the backhand.
Come on.
And just a little right, kicks her left.
I do think that's an interesting choice for her. I just feel like with a sidearm like Ellen has, In my mind, I would want to be doing what Stacy's doing, but now I can see how the sidearm does end up on the right side, and that just makes it that much more difficult.
Yeah, I'm finding it's a very touchy shot to throw it straight, and they're a little bit elevated, so that is going to make that shot even more technical. Kona also hits that right side, kicks left. But this is set up really nice for Ellen as a recovery shot.
It is.
Ooh, that looks really good. He's
Oh,
gets
she
just a
sneaks.
little right. I think she's close to the fairway.
Yeah, and even though Kona kicked over here to this other path, it's actually in an okay position too. Come on, turn over. She got a bit of a nick off a tree, and now she's trickled back into the forest. And I'm also out of position, just looking to pitch something to the fairway.
Very nice. And this second corridor is just as tight as the first corridor.
It is.
And I feel like the right side's a little bit more open than the left side. Stacy pitching out. It's a good position to get a par from. Really difficult birdie on this hole. It's one of them. It's playing as the most difficult hole on the course.
And Kona's lie is amongst the thorns. She gets stabbed a few times, and we had a discussion about it.
Yeah, and these are not like just like little thorns. These are these fat, like robust thorns.
They really are.
Stacy pitching up for the par. She'll have a long look.
I like this positioning Ellen's in right now.
Yeah, that was an amazing second shot. Get up there.
Little Nova touch shot.
She'll have a little putt. Kona on her third shot. Oh, looking for that left gap.
Another nice touch shot into the green. And I'm also in the thorns. I got stabbed in the leg. It started bleeding there. So here's a pro tip. Don't go into the woods on hole 9.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Looking to save a par here. Oopsie.
Oh, dang it. Right at the cameraman. Peter, what are you doing over there?
What are you doing, Peter?
Oh, sneaks it in the left side. Unfortunately, walked away with the double bogey. But it happens on this hole. I feel like I'm not really upset with a bogey on this hole.
Yeah, it happened real quick.
And a birdie is, I mean, it's gettable, and also Stacy misses her par putt. Kona also for par.
Solid putt.
Oh, for bogey. I guess I'm having trouble counting this morning.
Hole 9 showing some teeth. Good putt from Ellen Widboom.
Getting the lone par on the card. Deanne Carey getting the lone birdie in the field.
Ooh, let's go D.
And that wraps up our front 9. Wow, what a challenging course. This is definitely, the front 9 is definitely where all the teeth are. Well, not all of them. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks so much for tuning in to this round 1 front 9 coverage here at Iron Hill Disc Golf Course. Kona, Holly, Ellen, and Stacy. It's a challenging play out there, so hope you guys tune in for the back 9. We appreciate y'all being here. I'm Holly Finley.
I'm Sarah Hokum. See you next time.